about finite, non-finite, and verbless clauses. These three types of clauses as explained and are different types of clauses that are explained or have been explained on page 38 of the books. Finite clauses, analyzing by structural type, we arrive at the three main classes. Number one is finite clause, number two is non-finite clause, and number three are verbless clause. These types of clauses will be explained later on in the section 11.3, 11.5, and so on. Today we are going to take a brief definition or a raw definition of them. Of course, these three types are explained or are types or classified according to structural type. These three: finite clause is a clause whose verb element is a finite verb phrase. The meaning of finite verb phrase is that it has a person distinction, a number distinction, and a tense, such as this: John has visited. So John is a singular, so is the verb. It has a tense, which is a present, and there is an agreement between the subject and the verb. Because John is working is singular, John also is singular, is working is a finite clause. Non-finite clause, which is a clause whose verb element is a non-finite verb phrase, such as this sentence: having seen the pictures. This clause has no subject. This is one. Number two, has no tense. And number three, there is no person differentiation or the person that indicate whether it is a plural or singular. For John to carry the parcels, is a non-finite clause because there is no subject, no tense, and no number. Verbless clause is a clause that contains no verb element or contains no verb element, but otherwise generally analyzable in terms of one or more clause elements. Although always helpful, it is without a subject. John then in New York is a verbless clause because it has no verb element. All these types, finite, non-finite, and verbless clauses, may of course themselves have subordinate clauses which are finite, non-finite, and verbless, such as the following: verbless clause has a finite clause. Although always helpful when his father was away. This is a finite clause because it has a subject, it has a tense, and it has a subject-verb agreement, but it is embedded with or connected or linked or coordinated with a verbless clause. So there is a possibility that these three types of clauses can be mixed together, linked together, and or coordinated by one of the coordinating structures. If we come to this definitions، إذا أريد نعرفنا أعزائي الطلبة، لأن هذا من المواضيع المهمة في التنافسي في دراسة الماجستير. أحيانا تأتي لأن إذا تم اعتماد هذا الكتاب، كثير من الطلبة ما يعانون من هذا الموضوع، وهو the differences between finite, non-finite, and verbless clauses, because they mix between them or among them, and they try so they have to try harder to work out their meaning and their concept. Finite clause is a clause whose verb element is a finite. قلنا نرجع إلى صفحة 38 حتى نعرف شنو خصائص الفاينايت verb. John has visited because John is working. هذه الجملة بها زمن، الجملة بها فاعل واضح اللي هو جون، الجملة بها توافق بين الفاعل والفعل اللي هو subject verb agreement. إذا ننتقل إلى non-finite clause. Non-finite clause is a clause whose verb element is a non-finite verb phrase. يعني هذا نجي لهذا المثال: having seen the pictures. هاي الجملة بها زمن، ما بها زمن، ما بها فاعل، إذن هي non-finite. For John to carry the parcels، إذن هنا الجملة بها زمن، أيضا ما بها زمن، ما عندنا يعني there are no indicator of tense whatever. إذا نجي إلى لكن هاي الجملة بها فعل اللي هو carry. حتى نفرقها عن الجملة الأخرى اللي هي verbless clause، ال verbless clause هنا أعزائي الطلبة is a clause containing no verb element. ما بها verb element. مثلا although always helpful. حتى helpful adjective, always adverb, although is a coordinator. John then in New York هاي verbless دائما تأتي بلا فعل. لكن أكو ملاحظة، كل هذه الجمل all clauses finite, non-finite and verbless clause may have subordinate clauses which are finite, non-finite، يعني ممكن يندمجن كما دمجنا هاي. although always helpful هذه جملة when his father was away. إذا نجي نحلل هذه الجملة أعزائي الطلبة، أول هذه الجملة his father was away بها فاعل. It contains a subject and a verb and a tense and a person and a number, so there will be no problem of analyzing and detecting that is a finite. But although always helpful is not necessarily the subject. Your homework is to define and write 2 sentences for each of the following kinds, which are finite, non-finite clauses and verbless clauses. Thank you very much for your listening and good luck for you all.